Hey guys, welcome back to another 17 reaction. So today we're finally checking out Jeonghan and Wonwoo's album titled This Man. So if you've been following my 17 journey, you know that Jeonghan and Wonwoo were actually like the first subunit I got into when I started exploring 17's different units. And the first song I heard from them was called Last Night. And I was completely blown away, not just by the song but also by the MV, because I could tell there was a whole story happening here. There was a story, and I wanted to really understand it. I remember watching it thinking, okay, yeah, there's definitely something I'm supposed to be understanding here. Um, and you guys actually helped me out in the comments. A lot of you told me that I was on the right track, but there was like a much deeper story behind the album and the song, and I should look into it. So I did a little bit of research. I also tried listening to the audiobook, which is like around like almost 40 minutes long. I didn't listen to the whole thing, I'll be honest. I did listen to like maybe 15 minutes of that. But I did get enough of the story to understand like the overall concept. And honestly, I think it's really beautiful. So essentially, this man takes inspiration from like the urban legend about a mysterious man who appears in people's dreams. And in this version, that idea becomes like a much bigger story involving Jeonghan and Wonwoo. And from what I've gathered, Jeonghan's character is searching for someone he's lost. So he's using dreams to search for this person, and there's this idea of like wanting to remain inside that dream world rather than waking up or letting go. And then you have Wonwoo's character, which is like completely different from Jeonghan, the opposite. You know, he's connected to helping people through their dreams and eventually waking them up and bringing them back to reality. So we have this beautiful contrast between like dreams and reality, holding on and letting go, staying asleep and waking up. And knowing that now, last night makes so much more sense to me, because I know even when I watched the MV, I knew there were like little details everywhere that I didn't completely understand. But the visual storytelling is incredible. Like, I just didn't have the full context behind what I was seeing. And now that I have a little more understanding, I want to go back into this world and see what else I can pick up. So, yeah, with that being said, let us jump into the album reaction. And one thing that really shocked me was they have just three songs. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, I've never done an album reaction with just three songs. But I think it makes sense. And they do have something called a director's note. So before I jump into like live performance, behind the scenes, the dance practice, all of that good stuff, I want to check out the director's note, because I feel like this is actually like the perfect place to start. So let's see what they add to the story. Wow. Man, I'm loving this. I'm loving the comic book style already. Wow. Have you seen this man? Man, this is so beautifully done. I don't know who came up with this, but it's incredible. I love the style. Like, I love how they chose to do this in like the comic book graphic novel style. just because it kind of draws you into the world of like this man. So yeah, this is a great way to do this, and you can tell they really thought about this. They put in the effort, and I love this. I'm loving this. They should release a
I saw
manga
that
for
man
this.
in my dreams last night.
Oh, wow. Wano. Mm. We saw this in the MV.
Who wouldn't want to go with him?
I love I love this song. I like the first time I heard it, I was so intrigued and I was like, you know what? I really need to jump into the world of this album, this man, and just find out what the hell's going on. Because it was just, it drew me in and I was like, I was so immersed in the world building and the storytelling, the visual storytelling as well. Ah, yeah, this is a good song. So the rest of it is just the MV, so we can skip over that. But yeah, we honestly need an anime for this man, like ASAP. We need that because the concept is just so interesting because you're not just looking at them as Jeonghan and Wonwoo. You know, they're actually like representing these different sides of the story. Like I don't see when I look at this, I don't see Jeonghan and Wonwoo. I see the characters they are portraying. So yeah, I feel like after watching this, I just kind of I understand the world a little bit better, and I'm really curious to see how much of that comes through in like the actual performance. You know, because obviously the MV gives us all these visuals, but now I want to see what they do when they're actually performing the song. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out a live performance of last night. Oh. Oh, I love this. The outfits.
꿈과 현실이 뒤엎인 도시.
Mm.
기억을 찾아 꿈으로 도망온 남자와
Wow.
도시를 위해 악몽이 된 남자의 이야기.
환상과 현실.
그 경계에 있는 꿈의 도시에서 어젯밤
어젯밤
Wow, that was cool.
당신도 이 남자를
Okay, I'm excited.
잊었습니까?
I wish I knew what they were saying. Jeonghan looks so beautiful, so gorgeous. Knox. Oh, damn. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to mention, and I don't know if I mentioned it in my reaction to last night, but I just love how their voices complement each other so well. Like you have Junghan's really soft, light tone, and then you have one who's like deeper voice, and I just love how it comes across in the performance as well. Like Jeonghan just looks like really, even with the outfits, like he looks the hair, the styling, the makeup, like he looks really soft and angelic. And then you have Wonwoo also with the darker makeup, the outfits, the black hair. Just yeah, just I just love how they did this, and it's beautiful on them. Nothing else. Nothing else. Ooh. Ooh. I love this. One thing I really love is the choreo is so simple, so elegant, so flowy, but it matches the vibe of the song really well. And yeah, they looked amazing performing that. And I kind of want to see the dance practice. But before I check out the dance practice, I want to see like what went into making this whole thing because the MV was so cinematic and there's clearly a lot happening behind the scenes. So let's go ahead and check out the behind the scenes.
저희 어젯밤은요 되게 뭐랄까 몽환적이면서도 섹시한 느낌을 담은 곡입니다. 네, 원우 정한이 좀 잘 표현할 수 있지 않을까 많은 기대 부탁드립니다. 그 얼굴, 오, 이게 하늘이 되게 예쁘다.
잘 나온대요?
You always look nice, Wonwoo.
여기는 이제 어젯밤 뮤직비디오
어젯밤이었구나.
촬영장입니다. 도쿄 어딘가 어떤 건물의 옥상입니다. 네.
제 촬영 끝. 조금 이따 두 번째 씬 때 봐요. 안녕. 지금 나의 이제 뭔가 일자리와 약간 인간관계나
봐봐, 그게 꿈이라는 걸 인지하지 못하면 그냥 거기가 내가 지금 사는 현생과 똑같은 거거든. 근데 계속 행복한 일만 저렇게 꿈을 꾸면서 살지.
살아라.
You can do that?
저는 현생에서 잘 있도록 하겠습니다.
재우고 다니고 넌 계속 깨우는 거야. 꿈속에 머무르는 걸 표현해주는 오브제인 것 같습니다. 여기에 모래를 어떻게 넣었지?
Mm.
달리는 게 내 이미지랑 잘 맞나? 왜 계속 달리는? 왜 계속 달리는지 모르겠지만 또 저번에도 그랬지만 이번에도 의미가 굉장히 있는 달리기라 너무 잘 나올 것 같은데.
들어가 있습니다. 오늘 촬영은 끝난 것 같고요. 저희는 내일 아침에 봅시다. 안녕. 밤을 자지 못한 채 일어나서 그냥 두리번 서성이는 뭐 그런 장면들.
어젯밤 구석에 나타나
어젯밤 꿈속에 노래를
감미롭게도 때로는
Wonwoo's always running.
조심스럽게 너의 문 두드려.
오늘 저는 끝났습니다. 이제 원우가 하겠죠. 또 원우가 이번에 다 늦게 끝나는 그게 돼버렸네요. 네. 아무튼 오늘 촬영도 잘한 것 같고요. 내일 또 해야 되니까 오늘 가서 쉬고 돌아오도록 하겠습니다. 내일 봐요.
도쿄에서 1시간 반 정도 떨어진 어느 편의점에서 오늘 편의점에 잠들어 있는 분들을 다 제가 확인하고 깨우는 그런 씬을 촬영하고 있습니다. 왜 제가 레모네이드를
I
먹을까요?
was gonna ask. I need more context as to why he's always drinking that. I think I kind of know because someone mentioned it in the comments when I checked out last night. But I want to hear him say it.
너무 지금껏 공개된 것들을 잘 착실하게 본 캐럿들이기 때문에 아주 칭찬해드리겠습니다. 빵이 다 맛있는 것 같아요. 빵이 다 맛있고 밀크티가 맛있어요. 밀크티. 안녕하세요. 원아침입니다. 넋에 꿈의 덤을 넘어서 찾을 거야. 넋에 이 밤을 나는 잡힌 꿈이야.
일본 키보드를 처음 봤어요. 근데 다 일본어로 되어 있는 게 너무 당연한 건데 신기하네.
어젯밤 구석에 노래를
지금은 제가 핸드사인으로 또 잠을 들게 한 그런 인물에게 지금 꿈에서 지금 좋냐, 영원히 꿈에서 살래? 라고 물어보는 장면입니다. 원우가 여기서 날 발견하는 장면은 그렇게 이제 제가 빌런 짓을 하고 있을 때 원우가 몰래 숨어서 도대체 이런 짓을 하는 빌런은 누구지? 라고 찾고 있던 그 실마리를 딱 찾는, 그러니까 제가 들키는 장면입니다. 아주 중요한 장면이라고 할 수 있죠.
신호를 쭉 읽으면서 이게 너무 술술 읽히고 재밌어가지고 그냥 쭉 읽었거든요. 그래서 캐릭터들이 꼭 너무 좋아해 주셨으면 좋겠고, 난 캐릭터가 이미 완벽하게 만들어져 있어요. 작가님이 너무 완벽하게 캐릭터를 잘 짜주셨기 때문에 그 캐릭터를 가지고 저랑 정한이가 이제 굉장히 재밌게 뮤직비디오를 찍었으니까 많이 많이 사랑해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 보셨어요? 제가 다 깨우는 거? 저는 잠을 깨우는 능력이 있습니다. 악몽을 보게 만들어서. 어젯밤 꿈속에 꾸었던 따라다 어젯밤
이렇게 저희 뮤직비디오가 끝났습니다.
그러니까요.
네,
뮤직비디오 끝이 났고
3일 동안 고생 많았고
리더인 디노한테 한마디 하도록 하겠습니다.
리더인 디노한테
디노.
한마디 하자.
오늘 리더가 디노거든요.
한마디.
진짜 쓰기.
디노야, 이런 또 팀을 이끌어줘서 고맙다. 우리가 열심히 또 한번
그럼
남은 스케줄 잘 해볼게.
디노가 리더가 된 이유?
Please
우리
tell
유닛
me.
약간 둘이서 얘기하고 있을 때 디노가 바로 옆에 있었기 때문에.
그쵸.
어쨌든
That's
3일
it?
동안 촬영 너무 고생 많고 일본에서 촬영을 이제 투어하고 난 다음에 시간이 없어가지고 쭉 뮤직비디오를 진행하게 됐는데 기대했던 것보다 너무 잘 나올 것 같고 기대 많이 해주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
좋습니다. 정한.
원우였습니다.
Okay, I actually really enjoyed this. I think it's always interesting, seeing the behind the scenes because when you watch the actual music video, everything feels so serious and mysterious. And then there's like this whole story you're trying to figure out. But when you see what's happening behind the scenes, it kind of brings you back to reality. Like I liked getting to see more of like Jeonghan and Wonwoo's dynamic during the filming, because this is such a serious and dramatic concept, but just seeing them between takes and seeing how they were interacting with each other made the whole thing feel a lot more human. Like, oh, okay, this is Jeonghan of 17 and Wonwoo of 17, and I really really appreciate how much went into like creating the perfect atmosphere for the MV, like the sets, the styling, the lighting, the different scenes. Like when you're watching the finished product, you don't always think about how much goes into making like each scene work. And I also think knowing like the story now makes the behind the scenes more interesting. And like, because I'm looking at these scenes and I'm thinking about what they were actually trying to create and represent with the characters. So it's always nice getting, that little bit of insight into like how they approach the concept. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed seeing this. But I think I've gotten a pretty good look at last night now. So I've seen the director's note, I've seen the live performance, we've seen what went into making the MV. And now there's one more thing I really want to check out, and that is the dance practice. I want to see, the choreo without all the editing or the camera work. So, let's get into it. Mm. Ooh, I love this part. Ooh, it's simple. It's simple, but still like sophisticated.
내 사람들이 밤에 전혀 관심 없으면 없으니까 이 도시 위로 전화오면 마음만이 가득하니까 어젯밤 꿈속에 나타나 어젯밤 꿈속에 노래를 감미롭게도 때로는 뜨겁게 조심스럽게 너의 문 두드려 어젯밤 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 꿈속에 꾸었던 따라따라 잃어버린 것 잃어버린 마음 잃어버린 마음 그건 너란 다른 사람과 우리라는 추억 하나뿐 기나긴 꿈속에서 오늘 밤도 헤매고 있어 어젯밤 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 꿈속에 꾸었던 따라따라 어젯밤
Mm, love, love, love. Oh, I like that. Jeonghan. Oh my god. Jeonghan the trickster. But yeah, just like I said when I saw the live performance, the choreo is so simple, so elegant. And it just suits like the overall concept of the song. And you also have to like shout out to the backup dancers as well. They did incredible. So yeah, I think this was a really good way to finish off the last night section. I've now seen the story, the director's note, the live performance, the behind the scenes, the choreo, and I feel like I have a much better appreciation for what they were trying to create with the song. And now I think we're finally ready to move on. I haven't heard the other two songs on this album, so I'm very excited to jump into it because it's their solo songs. So we're checking out Junghan's Beautiful Monster and Wonwoo's Leftovers. So yeah, let's see what they sound like individually. Before I get into the reaction, there is something I saw online about this song, and I just want to read it out. So, Beautiful Monster is Junghan's solo, and it's essentially the perspective of Junghan's character, the man in white from last night. So, this is from the character's perspective. Okay, all right, I love that. So, everything is connected.
하루하루 손에 닿지 않는 네 모습을 깨지 않는 꿈으로 담고서 영원히 달콤한 곳으로 가고 싶어 언제나 나는 너에게 목이 마른 기억 조작일 뿐 변해가는 날 막을 수 없어 언제나 너를 찾아 헤매이고 싶어 yeah. I'm a beautiful monster 수많은 밤을 달콤하게 잠재우고 아침이 오지 않게 빛을 가려서 이 꿈에 머물고 싶어 Oh baby yeah I want and only you I want and only you want and only you I'm a beautiful monster 이 꿈이 난 좋아 사랑해 나만을 사랑해 그대여 까맣게 달아서 녹아들 거짓말이 너의 주위를 맴돌 때 내가 널 지킬게 너에게 목이 마른 기억 조작일 뿐 변해가는 날 막을 수 없어 언제나 너를 찾아 헤매이고 싶어 yeah. I'm a beautiful monster 수많은 밤을 달콤하게 잠재우고 아침이 오지 않게 빛을 가려서 이 꿈에 머물고 싶어 Oh baby yeah I want and only you want and only you want and only you I'm a beautiful monster 이 꿈이 난 좋아
Hmm. First of all, I think the title of the song, Beautiful Monster, is so interesting because, like, those two words contradict each other. He's beautiful because he's giving people these beautiful dreams and giving them an escape from, whatever they're going through in reality. But he's also a monster because he's not letting them wake up. And I think that's what makes the character so interesting. Because when you look at it on the surface, he's not really doing anything evil. If anything, he's, giving people something wonderful. Who wouldn't want to escape reality and live inside the most beautiful dream possible? But the problem is that he's choosing to keep them there. So I think that beautiful monster is actually the perfect name for this character because there's something very comforting about him, very seductive, but there's also something really unsettling underneath. And I think I can hear that contrast in the song too. It starts off feeling really warm and beautiful, but there is something about it that doesn't feel like completely safe. And um I think, yeah, the end of the song just felt a little bit different. Um I feel like that's when the monster starts coming through. But yeah, I love the fact that everything is so connected in this world, and we're able to hear like from the character's perspective. He knows he's a monster. He knows that what he's doing is wrong, but he's still choosing to do this because, he feels like whatever he lost is much more important to him. And he's ready to sacrifice whatever, whoever, if he has to keep you in a dream world to get what he lost, he will do that. Um, yeah, I love this concept. The overall concept, the storytelling is just incredible. I really really love this. And I think now that I know that this song is basically just giving us more of like Junghan's character and his perspective, I'm really curious to hear, what Wonwoo's song is going to sound like because we've been seeing these two characters from such like different sides of the story. So yeah, let's check out Wonwoo's Leftover. Okay, so Leftover gives Wonwoo's Man in Black character more backstory. The song is essentially about loss, longing, and being left behind. Hmm, interesting. It's gonna be a sad one.
사무치게 그리운 목소리 조각난 그리움의 기억이 쌓인 쓸쓸함의 모서리 끝에 그곳에 아직도 숨쉬고 있구나 넌 어디쯤을 걷고 있을까
Hmm.
구름 뒤에 있을까
I just want to close my eyes and listen to this.
난 모퉁이 해던 그러니 남은 유지 동안아 네가
Wow.
난 모퉁이 해던 그러니 남은 유지 동안아 네가 버린 상처와 하는 채 살아버리고 또 비워도 나는 가득 차서 먼 날에 말하고 싶었어 네가 버리고 간 쓰레기 사랑이 되었다고 상처가 마음 위에 자라서 낙엽이 되어 떨어지듯이 지나온 날의 그리움 마음 끝에 바스락거리게 추억이 밟힌다 넌 어디쯤을 걷고 있을까 내게 보이지 구름 뒤에 있을까 하지만 난 모퉁이 해던 그러니 남은 유지 동안아 네가 버린 상처와 하는 채 살아버리고 또 비워도 나는 가득 차서 먼 날에 말하고 싶었어 네가 버리고 간 네 모든 것들이 너의 상처 모두 나에게 버렸으니 괜찮아 너는 어디서라도 행복하길 바래 지독한 감기처럼 아픔이 또다시 쌓인다면 날 생각해 줄래 어떤 내일에도 기다리는 내
That was that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I want to hear more of Wonwoo singing. I want to hear more of his voice because that was absolutely incredible. This was actually like really sad. And now that I know more about the man in black, the backstory, and just knowing that the song is about loss and pain and being left behind, the song feels so different from what I expected from Wonu. And Wonu's voice, like I really wasn't expecting this from him. I know he's part of the hip hop team, so hearing him carry something this emotional and very raw is actually really beautiful. And I think the idea of just like having each character tell their own story is so incredible because it just makes the song hit more harder. Like it tells you like there's a lot going on. Everyone has their own side to a story. Jeonghan has his own side. Wonwoo has his own side. And what I really like about Wonwoo's perspective in the story is it's it's basically about what remains after someone leaves. So like you have the memories, the feelings, the longing, the pain, um, basically all of the things that you just can't get rid of even when the person is no longer there. Um, and I really like his perspective in this story. Like John Khan's character is desperately trying to hold on and find this person through dreams, and Wonwoo's character is much more connected to reality. And this song feels like the emotional side of that reality. What happens when you actually have to live with the loss. You day by day you wake up and the loss is there with you. um Even like the lyrics really touched me. um but I honestly can't get over Wonwoo's voice. Like there's something about his lower, more like restrained tone that makes the song feel very vulnerable. He's not over singing as well. He's just letting the emotion speak for itself. So between this and Beautiful Monster, I actually like how they're giving us like these two completely different emotional perspectives. Um, yeah, this was really well done. Like honestly, who wrote the song? Was it Wanu or was it Wuzi? But yeah, this is a beautiful story, beautiful concept, beautiful storytelling. Now that I've heard all three songs, I feel like I can talk about this man as a whole. Like my head is filled with knowledge about this album. I understand what they were trying to do with this project a lot more now. Like last night introduces the whole world, of the whole concept, and then Beautiful Monster gives us Junghan's side of it, and Leftover gives us Wonwoo's side of it. So it's basically the same story but being told from like different emotional perspectives. So this album deserves like a round of applause because it was really, really well done. Like this was really good. Well, I think that's it for the reaction, guys. And honestly, what a way to come back to Jeonghan and Wonwoo after starting my whole journey with them, my whole subunit journey. I loved last night when I heard it, but going through this album and understanding the story behind it is just this was a masterpiece. I enjoyed this from the beginning to the end, and I would love to hear what you guys thought about the album as well. So definitely let me know your favorite song, what you thought about each song, and if there's anything you think I missed or misunderstood. But as always, if you enjoyed the reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next reaction.